Day everyone, it's By Shenell here, and today I have a few thrift store finds, makeovers, and I'll show you just how I style them up. And for this first item, I found this simple vase, this simple clear glass vase. I just needed something that I wanted to place on top of a tray in my bedroom for the bedroom makeover, which the reveal will be coming up shortly. And so I bought the vase from the thrift store, and it was only $1. And as you can see, it's very simplistic in its style, which is what I wanted. And I wanted just a little height on it. And so I'm going to place it on top of the tray with a couple of other items, very simply placed and styled with a bouquet of florals, faux florals of course, and there you have it. It's not always about just the item, it's also about what you surround the item with, which will bring it out even more, which is what I've noticed when I am styling. Next, I found these frames, and I was at Habitat Restore. They were 75% off, and I posted a post on Instagram and asked the people, would you buy this? They were very classic in their design. Frames that I purchased, and I'll add them here, and I got 6 of them, and they were 75% off at Habitat, and I really like the beautiful frames because these are classic frames, timeless frames. They can go in the contemporary style, modern style, French country. They can just be added to so many different styles in your home, and that's why I like frames, classic and classic. And there is 6 of them, and I just flip it over on the back, and we're going to take the backing off, open up the staples and pull it right out. Artwork that I am going to feature, and I just took my paintbrush, a light thin coat of paint, and just added the colors, which was this butter pecan and the cloudy day, which I have used in the room already in some of the colors. And I just wanted something simple to go inside of the frames that can coordinate with the room. No need to go out and buy expensive artwork when I could just do something simple myself. You can do that if for your funds permit. And I featured them on an Instagram post, a story, one day while I was actually in the store. I will clean that up. These are great things to buy, frames, old frames, because you can always have them rematted and new artwork put in without going out to purchase an entirely new frame. Then you want to cut it to size, and you just take your mat and just lay it down there. And once you have cut your piece of artwork that you may have DIY'd to size, you're just going to place it, of course, inside of the frame, and there you have it, a very simplistic way of creating your very own DIY artwork in your room. And it also will coordinate with your space without spending a lot of money. And of course, again, you're continuing to recycle pre-loved items instead of going out and purchasing new things. And so here I have placed it in a collage on top of the wall, right on top of each other in a set of 6 as they were purchased in the master bedroom. And I really like the way that they turned out with the very eclectic look, a little bit of modern mixed with traditional transitioning, and a very classic overall look. And the pillows are linked down below in my Etsy shop in the description box. Once again, I needed another huge frame for a large size DIY piece of artwork that I was doing for someone else. And so I found the frame at the thrift store, and it was an excellent price. Again, here I'm just showing you how you can achieve a beautiful overall look in your home and in different spaces, if not for you, but for someone else on a reasonably priced budget. Do you remember the case of the missing piece? I said there were 4. There actually is 4. There it is. right there. And so on this piece, remove the frame. And when I was working on it, I pulled the inside portion out of the frame, and so I'm going to glue that back in and secure it and get it all ready for the art piece. And take my glue gun and go around the edge and lay it back down on the mat. Piece that I made, the piece of art, and you can see it's made out of a piece of old cardboard. And we're going to just put it right on top of here. And here is the finished piece of artwork, all framed up as well in the pre-loved frame. And I think it turned out pretty well. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Be kind, okay? And last but not least, I found this great basket. You can use this as a picnic basket inside the house. You can place a vase inside and store some great flowers as well. Next part of the project, I just took a piece of foam core board and then I just cut a piece the size, which was out of here, just to make my little pom-poms, which is a very small pom-pom is what I want to have. And then I took my yarn, which is in the blue color, and then you'll just take your yarn, this is a quick way of doing it, and wrap it around. And try to, if you want consistent sizing of your pom-poms, then count the number of loops that you make around. I make about 45 or 50. And I think I've already made 5, 6, 7. Your loops around, and I like the foam core board because I could just bend it to give it a little bit more flexion there, so I can slide it right off, keep it in the loops. And you're going to cut your end piece off, cut you an extra piece, and I'm making it a little extra long, and you'll see why. Take it from here, and I'm just going to tie it off. Just going to tie it off around the yarn. This is just to make your quick little pom-poms. You're going to cut your loop on the end. End up with a pom-pom, but as you can see, it is not so even. And then you're going to take it and you're going to give it a haircut to even it all out, all the way across your pom-pom, so that no strings are extra long. Or give it a little shake, and there you have your little pom-pom, and you'll see why we have the extra long string. And you'll do all of your pom-poms the same way. And again, I just thought this was a very cute little basket, and I had been wanting another one of these wicker baskets to use for the spring and the summer season. And you can also use this as a cute little purse. So to finish off the complete look of the basket, I am going to cut a piece of the foam core board because I wanted to make sure that it maintains its shape, and especially at the bottom, if you sit it down on the floor or on top of a table, you want it to stay solid so that it doesn't rock from side to side or to shift over as well. And just place that right inside of the basket. And then we're going to take the pom-poms and add those to the front. I'm going to use a hairpin because the needles that I have, the eye of the needle, which is this, and it's not the correct thing that I should use for threading the yarn through the weave of the basket. The eye it's fairly large, but it is a very long needle, as you can see here. I'm going to use a regular hairpin to just push the yarn right through it, and then it just pokes directly through the weave of the basket and pulls the yarn directly through it. And it gives me the ability on the inside to just fold it down, and then I'll be able to just tie it off. continue to add however many of the little pom-poms you want along the basket. To go and get an extra tool, because this is not something that I will continue to do on a daily basis, monthly, let alone probably not many times at all. And so there you have it, the completed look of the overall basket as well. I hope you enjoyed the video. You got inspired, motivated, and moving, maybe to go out and do a little thrifting of your own, to find you some great pre-loved items and share them not only with yourself or for maybe someone else. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and definitely hit that subscribe button. This has been Shenell, and I'll see you all for the next one.